Greetings. Today I have an intriguing topic. Does revolution work? Of course, I'm talking about all revolutions, right? Like French Revolution, Industrial Revolution, you know, Marxist, the Marxist Revolution, uh, whatever, right? Anything that sparks, overthrowing the oppressors and liberating the state, and then or getting people to certain things, or when, of course, a new method is discovered, that in industrial revolution, that quickly changes everything, and everything speeds up in ways unseen before, and in an uncontrolled manner. I don't know if I'm showing that I don't like revolutions. I don't. I'm not a revolutions guy. I find revolutions to be a very bad way of changing state. I am a slow and steady wins the race type of guy. I don't like some radical idea that hasn't been tested before, somehow immediately taking shape, and all the bad things that may happen after it, mostly power falling under a single person or a single company, depending. I don't like that very much. I'm all for innovation, I'm all for increasing and improving, building upon, I'm all for changing ways that don't make sense anymore, but I'm for these being slow, natural. A plant doesn't revolt out of the soil, it slowly grows out of it, you know? Something like that, something finessey, Revolution is ugly, like look, my two biggest, or like three, let's do three. So China's Communist Revolution, Russia's Communist Revolution, and the French Revolution is revolutions because the French are weird. Like, somebody sneezes and they revolt. In any case, in those three examples, we have three people supposedly in charge of a communist state becomes the supreme leader of the state, either in the form of an emperor in Napoleon's time, or a military dictator in other times. It's too quick. You want to change things too quickly. And whenever things change too quickly, you get certain side effects. And the side effects, when the scale is a nation, means a lot of human lives, sadly. So don't change things quick. Change things slow. Change things like in a controlled manner, that is able to be checked, rebalanced, and re-executed if needed. And that's not easy too. Like, but there is a certain impatience in people. So let's for example say LGBT rights, whatever, right? Give transgenders rights. I'm like, do they want it? That's the first question. Let's talk to a transgender that's not radicalized, just a regular member of society, and see what they think. But we all know the media is owned. Let's put it on the side and pretend they're reasonable for this example. All right. They talk to a reasonable transgender person, and I assume, from what I know about people, well, they would be like, no, those people don't represent me. In fact, I'm very comfortable. I mind my own business, and I live in a healthy society that doesn't give a shit what I am, as long as I don't force it upon them. Of course, they won't be as eloquent. They'll have different language. You feel some oppression here and there, which is fine, but overall, like, I don't bother you, you don't bother me. That's how I've like seen the West the regular West, the regular person act, not radicalized and all that. And slowly, as more time passes, legislation will pass that will make things better for a transgender person to live a better life, to have certain privileges that are just not passed by law, which is fine, just needs to be cleared out, needs a little bit of time. Or you can do what the LGBT people are doing, which is like, give transgender rights, give transgender rights. Like, wasn't it enough of an indicator that gay marriage was legalized in the U.S. by like 50%, like barely, like 51%, you barely became a majority, and you're so happy. And I'm thinking, all that tells me is that people there aren't ready yet for this. It's a dumb idea. It passed in the end, so fair, I guess. But you know, the human society is a very complicated mechanism, and trying to simplify it, radicalize it, and then try to revolutionize it is probably the worst thing you can do. And just look at the left right now, what they're trying to do, the disasters they're trying to pull. Like a guy sneezes wrong and suddenly he's a rapist and a racist. um, um, White man, male, can never be up to anything good. Black women, ooh, no. You don't have one penalty, you have double penalty. We full support you. If you see skin color and different genitalia as being crippled, by all means, that's you being the racist, not me. And in the end, they protest. In the end, they try to do revolutions. In the end, you give them something like that Gillette commercial, and in the end, they ruin it. They ruin movies with their revolution. They ruined pop culture with their revolution. Fucking actual revolutions fell because of themselves. How many examples do you need for me to argue that revolution is a bad idea? Maybe a monarchy wasn't so bad if we slowly changed it the way the British Parliament did it. First the king is absolute ruler, slowly we introduce Parliament, slowly the king takes a back seat and starts smiling and doing this from time to time, and you have to pay him taxes when they wet. That's a great revolution. Like, that's the model the French should have looked at. Sorry, Frenchies. As an example of how they should have done it. That way, at least they'd have their monarchy. You can go and it's like, oh, look, Valois, You don't see that every day. Or you go to, same thing for Russia, okay, oh, the Romanovs. They used to be kings. Now they're taking a back seat. But thank you for taking the back seat, by the way. We still like you. You're still kind of royalty, blue bloods, Who cares? Like, imagine, like, you have like a national treasure. Every country has like that family that's ruled them for a long time, and it's like a museum. You look at them and like, oh, back in the day you could have whipped me to death for no reason. Now you can't do shit, but I still like you. You still see the prestige. You still wear nice things, and everybody can bring their mascots. Their kings, and like they meet around them, banter, and then at least it's better than the celebrities, right? Like, instead of like fangirling about actors, how about you like fangirl about how the I don't know, the Russian third princess is in love with some Brazilian monarch. But the diplomacy is bad between these two nations, so those two can't actually get together. But every time they go to any diplomatic event, you see them banter, and the cameras are on it, like the paparazzi, making mini drama, just to stay relevant to the public crowd. Isn't that more fun than a revolution? Nobody's dying. The intellectuals can make fun of it as pointless nonsense, and the regular people can look at it and talk shit. That's my 2 cents on the issue. Like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever. And I'll see you on the next one.